All right, so folks, you know what I'm saying? We dropped the video earlier, and apparently y'all don't want to watch some economic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you want to watch some fucking political stuff. You know, maybe I can throw y'all a fucking bone here, and I'll do something that I don't want to do for y'all. All right, because I hate you people. Like, yo, why do I have to dumb my fucking shit down? You know what I'm saying? So you motherfucking watch. I can't stand this shit. It's the most annoying shit. Like, it fucking aggravates the fuck out. Anyway, yo, look, man. I got this video here of these reporters, you know what I mean, asking Ted Cruz questions about the motherfucking impeachment. And at what point did journalism die? I feel like journalism is motherfucking dead. Like, yo, it's straight dead. Like, why do I have a fucking YouTube channel? Like, yo, fuck. You know what, man? We're going to start watching this bullshit. All right, fuck is what it is.
Before this Senate, the legal issue before this Senate is whether a president has the authority to investigate corruption. So the House managers built their entire case on the proposition that investigating Burisma corruption and investigating the Bidens for corruption was baseless and a sham. Hold on, let me finish this. No, I'm going to finish.
All right, let me answer that question for you. The answer is yes. All right. The answer is a resounding yes, because the Attorney General is part of the motherfucking executive, part of the executive branch of government. All right. So the answer technically is yes. You know what I mean? The government does have the authority to investigate motherfucking corruption. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be the first time. Like, I think William Taft fucking stood here and he came in as like the same way Trump did. He came in as like one of these businessmen that were super shady, and he ended up just tearing the system down, right? And destroying like all these rich motherfuckers who were behind him and shit. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like legitimately he does have, and then there's precedent behind it. He does have the right to investigate fucking corruption.
Finish my point, and then I'm happy to answer your question. The House managers based their entire case on the proposition that investigating corruption for Burisma and concerning the Bidens was baseless and a sham. That proposition is absurd. We've just seen, they said there wasn't a shred of evidence concerning corruption. We've just seen 2 hours of evidence. And at a minimum, it was not only reasonable and
tracking, nigga, tracking. Hit the fucking tracking button. Hit the down button on the VCR. All right, hit tracking button. You know, I don't know why the fuck all this static's here right now. I don't know what the situation is. It's not my shit fucking up. You know what I mean? It's a problem with the video. I don't know what the deal is.
Justified, but the president, I think, had an obligation to investigate corruption that potentially extended to the very highest levels of government.
Senator, over those 2 hours, none of the president's attorneys mentioned one single possible crime that Hunter or Joe Biden are accused of. Basically, what they said was Hunter Biden got a job. That was vice president. If that's a crime, I mean, shouldn't half of your children be in prison?
All right, let me answer this question. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Legitimately, yes. All right, and not the children. Children shouldn't be in prison. The congressmen and senators and anybody who gets your fucking kid a goddamn job. You know what I mean? And you're working in government and you're influencing businesses to give your children a fucking job. Yes, that's what's known as bribery. Okay, legitimately, that's bribery. By the strictest legal sense, that is bribery. You motherfuckers. Like, I hate all you people.
My children are 9 and 11, and I'm sorry that you want to throw a 9-year-old in prison, but at this point, my...
Yo, let me keep this all the way funky here. All right, legitimately, yo, you had some children when you was old, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that like that right now. All right, you had some kids when you was old. Like, what are you gonna do when your kid wants to, you know what I'm saying, slap box with you when he's like 16, 17 years old? You gonna get fucked up, dude. I mean, you got fucked up to begin with, but I'm saying it's gonna be real bad. Like, you fucking bones is gonna be brittle and shit over here, looking like. Over here looking like a troll with Down syndrome and shit.
My third grader plays basketball and softball at her school, so stop playing the nasty. Stop playing the nasty Washington game.
I'm sorry, that's not nasty Washington game.
Attacking a 9-year-old?
Senator, I have no idea.
All right, let me keep this all the way 100. All right, the nasty Washington game. Yo, it's fucked up on both sides. Legit, both sides of this is fucked up. All right, yo, y'all should not be getting the kids jobs. And you know what I'm saying, like, he wasn't really attacking, your fucking children, legitimately. He was not attacking your children specifically, right? But like, you know, like I think he was saying you in like the ultimate sense, you know what I'm saying? Like you in the group sense. Like, oh, shouldn't all the yous be the fucking jail? All the yins? You know what I mean? When it really comes down to it, like I feel like he should have added an S to that. But, you know, fucking, you know how New Yorkers do, right? They don't really, you know, fucking, the people who go to college, they be dropping out their fucking accents and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I still kept mine, because fuck y'all niggas. I like me.
All right.
Senator, we've seen reports about a possible 1-for-1, one Republican witness, one Democratic witness. Would you be open to that idea?
Look, in my view, additional witnesses are not necessary. The House managers have presented their case. They haven't come remotely close to meeting their burden of proof. Now, that being said, if the Senate later this week, when we vote on witnesses, decides to go down the road to additional witnesses, I think at a minimum, the most important witness for the Senate to hear from is now Hunter Biden. The House manager made a decision. Let another reporter have a chance. Go ahead.
Oh, like, yo, yeah. Let's hear from Hunter Biden, because, like, yo, that dude is amazing to listen to. Like, yo, he's a cokehead. Yo, please put a cokehead on the stand in Congress. Yo. Please. Oh, if he's, yo, please, I need content for my YouTube channel.
Why don't you want to hear from John Bolton under oath?
I don't believe the testimony.
Yeah, I'll feel this for you, bro. You ain't got. Hang on, I got this. Because the warmonger pushing for war in fucking Ukraine against Russia, the guy who wants to start nuclear World War fucking 3, the guy who wants a nuclear fucking Holocaust, right? The guy who, you know what I mean, has never met a country that he hasn't wanted to bomb. I do believe, like, that guy should be nowhere near government. He should be in a fucking, like, a camper somewhere with a ham radio set doing pirated broadcasts in the middle of the fucking night. Legitimately. Like, yo, fuck John Bolton. That guy is the most sketchiest individual I've ever heard in my entire life.
Is necessary. The House managers have a burden of proof to prove their case. They have fallen woefully short. The standard under the Constitution is high crimes and misdemeanors. They have not demonstrated any law was violated, and the president was entirely justified in asking for an investigation of corruption concerning Ukraine and potentially Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. At the end of the day, there may or may not have been.
After you see this last hour that we just saw.
Isn't there a shadow over the president if you don't have testimony in a trial?
Let's put this all the way funky here. I'd like to see Adam Schiff get investigated for his political contributors. You know what I'm saying? I did a video about a gun runner who was like a main campaign contributor to fucking Adam Schiff's fucking political campaign back in 2012. Like, can we have a full investigation of all this bullshit? Because, like, there's a lot of rats in this fucking rat's nest here, legitimately. And by the way, that dude in the back who's over here, like, yo, I don't know what he's doing. Like, yo, that guy there, like, yo, he looks like a professional babysitter. Like, yo, I don't know what he is, but that's a special character in this video. Just want to put that out there.
Look, the shadow over the presidency is the last several months of sham proceedings in the House, where they only heard from prosecution witnesses and they ignored the very substantial evidence of corruption, with the vice president going to the very top, potentially, of the administration. And by the way, the Obama administration pointed out the conflict of interest over and over and over again, and so did the press until the press decided to defend the House Democrats' partisan impeachment attack. This has been a sham from the beginning. Presidents have the authority to investigate corruption, and there was overwhelming authority. All right, I'm going to let these guys.
Senator Braun, on that one-for-one witness question, what do you have to say?
Oh, definitely. We get the witnesses. It'll be a one.
No one is going to hand us the agenda.
Well, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when it really comes down to it, yo, the whole Ukraine thing is sketchy and iffy. Just to begin with, you know what I'm saying? This is all about the petrodollar and the nonsense and who gets to pump the oil in. Like, the whole thing is just so shadowy and sketchy, and I have no idea well, I have a pretty good idea about what's going on, but like there's no way to really stand here and really get down to it when it comes down to the whole real basics of the premise. But I really think it comes down to the whole petrodollar. You know what I mean? Who controls the oil and natural gas flows into, you know, Europe. And that's what Crimea was really about. So, you know. Anyway, man, I wanted to drop this video for y'all. It's for y'all, right? Because, like, apparently you don't like my economic videos. Like, Jesus Christ. Yo, man, it's a great video, too. That's the bitch about it. If y'all ain't watch it, it was a great fucking video. You know, YouTube ain't handed out, you know what I mean, anything. Y'all try to shill it everywhere I possibly could. You know, I put it on Twitter. I put it on Discord. You know what I'm saying? I tagged everybody in it. Like, I'm sorry that, like, yo, get dinged on Discord for my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. Like, yo, YouTube is not handing out notifications a lot of times. Like, legit. Like, everybody comes in, oh, man, I don't even get notifications for your stuff. Sorry, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, I can't make YouTube, like, fucking do their fucking jobs. 2,100 subscribers and we're getting, like, 150, 200 views a fucking video. Like, I don't know what to say to you. You know what I mean? Like, legit. Anyway, it's a top piece of Pnoid news. Another situation. Peace be like one, bitches. Later.